Hello, grade 10 learners. It's been a while since we last experienced going to school, entering classrooms, taking up our break times, and finishing the day happy and full of learnings. Welcome to the class, and let's learn things amazing. I know that you have read a lot of passages through your journey in education, since elementary and junior high school and even in senior high school. So, let's check if you have already trained your reading comprehension skills. Are you ready?
Yes!
Let's go! For this activity, we are going to read the passage. Along reading the paragraphs, you have to jot down information that you could write. Also, after you finish reading the paragraphs, you are going to answer some questions that will prove if you already understood the context of the passage. Is it clear, guys?
Yes!
Well done. So, let's start.
The Philippines is one of the countries that has a lot of issues such as poverty, lack of education, unemployment, and such. The country is also known for being prone to different natural disasters such as typhoons, floods, and many more. However, in the current situation, it is not an issue and natural disaster we are fighting. This time, we're all fighting something we cannot see, which is the coronavirus or COVID-19 that leads to chaos and countless deaths. The response for COVID-19 by the Philippines has been expressed as the longest and strictest lockdowns in the world. And in addition, the cases of COVID-19 in the Philippines continue to rise as time goes by. As the cases of COVID-19 continues, the people suffer from hunger due to lack of job opportunities. To ease the painful experience that everyone is experiencing, the government gave assistance, particularly the distribution of ayuda such as food and financial assistance, where each family can receive up to 4,000 pesos. While the whole world is fighting the virus, we are also being challenged by another issue in the middle of a pandemic, which is the spreading of fake news and misinformation across different social media. These issues we encounter today can lead to chaos since it causes disorganization towards our community that can lead to more problems. For this activity, you are going to determine if the given statement is true or false. Choose the smile emoji if the statement is true and the laugh emoji if the statement is false. Number 1. Various fake news and misleading information are scattered on the internet. Smile or laugh? 5 seconds to answer. Time's up, and the answer is smile. For the next item, the distribution of ayuda did not help families to ease the hardship they are experiencing through a time like this. Is it a smile or a laugh? 5 seconds, go! Time's up. The correct answer is laugh. For the last item, let's go. Implementation of lockdowns are the only solution for defeating the pandemic. Is it a smile or a laugh? 5 seconds. Oops, you missed it. For the correct answer, it is laugh. Well done. Great job. So for our objectives, here are these. Number 1, decode meanings of words or phrases through the use of context clues. Number 2, read more effectively by pronouncing words better. Number 3, connect different sentences through transitional devices. And for the last, emphasize points given in a passage. Our lesson is essential skills in reading comprehension. Decoding. Decoding is one of the fundamentals of reading comprehension. Decoding has something to do with a language skill named phonemic awareness. Phonemic awareness is part of a bigger umbrella named phonological awareness. As phonemic awareness is concerned, in order for a young learner to read a word, he or she must first identify the relationship of words and sounds. For instance, in order to read can successfully, he or she must know how to pronounce C as K, A as and N as N. Number 2, fluency. To master fluency in reading, students must first recognize letters and words instantly as soon as they saw it. Fluency speeds up the rate of reading and understanding a given passage. Sounding out and decoding a word takes a lot of effort for some. Word recognition is the ability to recognize whole words as soon as they saw it, without sounding them out. Fluent readers have a consistent rate of speed when reading a passage. Pace also has something to do with the level of the words given to them. It can slow them depends on how many unfamiliar words are included in a text. One of the essential and fundamental techniques to attain a higher level of reading comprehension is to read different books with different level of word selections. Number 3, vocabulary. The ability to understand one word depends on how many words you can recognize and understand. Familiarity with words is essential in this part. Having a wide range of vocabulary makes a reader more efficient in reading, fluent, and a higher rate of reading speed. The more words you are exposed to, the more sentence you can create. It can also adjust the level of conversation, depends on who you are talking with and your relation with it. Playing word games is a suggested practice to enhance this skill. It will increase the level of your vocabulary unconsciously and having fun at the same time. Sentence construction and cohesion. We have 4. When ideas and details fit together clearly, the reader can follow and read it easily. Cohesion means the ideas are tied together smoothly and clearly. Here are the points. Coherent devices. Letter A, repetition of a key term or phrase. This helps to give focal to your ideas so that the readers can keep track. Take a look from this example from Bill Clinton. We all do better when we work together. Our differences do matter, but our common humanity matters more. Next on the list, letter B, synonyms. Synonyms are words that have the same meaning but gives different variety of word choices. Here's an example. I'm already aware that this building will be gigantic from the start, but after deconstruction, I cannot believe my eyes with this spacious museum. Next on the list, letter C, pronouns. This, these, and those are very useful pronouns when someone is referring with something previously mentioned. It can also be used in referring an entire sentence or paragraph as well. The vaccine's efficacy was questioned even before they got shipped here in the Philippines. However, the government advises the people to still take it as they are essential in earning the herd immunity across the country. Letter D, transitional words. Lengthy texts are hard to read and recognize, especially if you can't distinguish whether a sentence was correlated with the previous one. Transitional words can help us to identify where is the end and the start of a thought or idea. Here are some examples of transitional words. However, therefore, in addition, also, but, etc. Here's an example of usage of a transitional word, however. Vaccines are highly recommended by most of the doctors across the globe. However, the rumors about the negative side effects and people who died on it makes other people decline the vaccines. For number 5, reasoning and background knowledge. Background knowledge about what you are reading draws your inferences, which also develop critical thinking and makes reading lighter and enjoyable. Inferences is the ability to understand the text without all of the information being spelled out. From context clues, the author gives information about the plot, characters, setting, and other elements of the story by the things he or she infers. Concept map and graphs also help the readers to create a visual model for inferring and securing a background knowledge. Here's an example. The wind is cool, the sky is a bit dark, but it is already 3 p.m. Working memory and attention. Working memory and attention are both key to achieving new information. Attention gives the reader focus and working memory makes the information have sense. An example of working memory tasks includes holding a person's address while listening to directions on how to get there by Waze. For this activity, you are going to read a news article and supply corresponding information to 5 WH questions. Who, what, where, when, and why. So now, what are your key takeaways from our discussion? Very good. So that is the essential skills in reading comprehension. So now, what are those? Those are decoding, fluency, vocabulary, sentence construction, and cohesion. Under that, we have repetition of a key term or phrase, synonyms, pronouns, and transitional words. For number 5, we have reasoning and background knowledge. Number 6, working memory and attention. Decoding refers to phonemic awareness, which means you're able to recognize individual sounds of letters that forms a word. Fluency refers on how fast you are in terms of reading passages despite having difficult or unfamiliar words. Vocabulary refers on how familiar you are with words you encounter. The more words you know, the more sentences you can create. Under the sentence construction and cohesion, we have 4. Number 1 is repetition of a key term or phrase. This is one of the ways on how you will emphasize a point in a sentence or paragraph just by repeating a term. Number 2, synonym. Words that have the same meaning may give the reader a lot of word choices and meaning to take. 3, pronouns. Used to substitute an idea in a sentence to avoid repetition or redundancy. Number 4, transitional words. These are words or phrases that connect sentences together. Number 5, reasoning and background knowledge. The use of inferences and context clues to understand the text and to get the message behind it. Lastly, working memory and attention. The use of attention to stay focused on a text and working memory to give sense out of it. So, we succeed in doing the recap and you remembered the things we discussed. Nice one! So now, for your homework,